How are we doing today, guys? Thank you once again for joining me on Viper9 Toy Videos. Today, I have the new Star Wars Vintage Collection Boba Fett from Morak. This one has the Mandalorian banner on it. This one, Morak should be right after he is freshly painted. If memory serves me right, it's when they were doing the trying to get into the Imperial base with MiGs and everything like that. So on the back of the card, you do have the Boba Fett Morak, a couple of the other characters that have been coming out, Mandalorian Super Commando, the Din Djarin from the same episode where he's in disguise. This one here is a Target exclusive. Little bit on the more pricier side. They took some liberties, I'd say, with that exclusive status, because I think he was almost the same price as the deluxe Tatooine Boba Fett, if not a little bit cheaper. Let's go ahead and get him open so we can take a look at him. And real quick, while I'm going ahead and cutting this up, I am going to bring up, you may have noticed the bandages on my thumb. No, I didn't cut myself doing a video before someone asks. It was actually a work-related injury. I'm just on the mend. This is like my first video in 3 weeks that I've done. So, you see me struggling a little bit. That might be part of it. Let's see if we can't get this guy off that card. You know what? I'll just deal with that off camera. So there we go. There is the Boba Fett figure himself. Let's see. Does he have the same removable missile? Does not appear so. Let's see if we can't get him. Oh. So either he's in there really good, or I'm just struggling because of my injury. Might be a little bit of both. Actually, because he is not wanting to come out. So there we go. Let's just go ahead and destroy the backpack while trying to get him out of the packaging. Ugh. That out. Go ahead and get his pistol out. And then his rifle. There we go. So there he is. There is the Morak Boba Fett. So he does have the little bit, you know, the aged face. That real nice, crisp, clean, new paint job. Oh, that's interesting. So he doesn't have the mid-chest swivel, which actually I don't think any Boba Fett does. But he does have the ball-jointed waist. Oh, awesome. So they did do the updated shoulder pads on the arms there. So he has really good shoulder articulation. Really good elbow. And then he does have wrist rockers, but it does look like they extended out the hand a little bit for the wrist rockers. He does have the hoses there connect on the other side, but that goes up to his shoulder pauldron. But it doesn't look like it hinders his articulation. They've given enough slack to actually be able to use this Boba Fett. He does have the double ball joint neck. Not restricted from that neck scarf at all, so that's kind of cool. One of the things I was looking kind of forward to looking at on this figure are these kind of super baggy pants. He does have the updated T-bar crotch on that with the thigh swivel, and then they also did kind of the hidden knee on that one. Again, something that they've been doing on a lot of figures. So he still has a knee joint, but it's hidden behind the poof of his pants. Then he does have the new updated rocker ankles. He does have some soft good like loincloth and kind of back drape, butt flap, I guess you can call it. The removable helmet, go ahead and get that slipped over his nice little bald head, and that's just so cool looking. I like how kind of cleaned up the armor is. You can still see a lot of the dings and dents and everything, but they've all been painted over. And then he has his Boba Fett backpack. Now this one here does not have the removable insert like the Tatooine Boba Fett had. Let's go ahead and get that clipped on him. Go ahead and get his pistol in the holster. And then before I get the rifle in there, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do a quick little side-by-side comparison with the Tatooine Boba Fett. So I believe this one was Book of Boba Fett when it came out, and then this one's still Mandalorian. So there are, oh wow, there's actually quite a bit of differences in the paint app and the backpack itself. So this one does have the removable missile, if you saw my previous, and then it does also accept the fire effects out of the back of it. So it does have a different belt. Lower legs are, I believe, different. Yeah, lower legs, boots are different. The pauldrons are a little different paint apps on that. The gloves are painted on the Morak one. A little bit of paint difference on the helmet, obviously, because, well, one's still a little beat up. Let's go ahead and take the helmets off so we can take a look at the head sculpts, see if they're the same head sculpts. Which I don't see why they wouldn't be. They should just be painted a little different. Actually, so this one doesn't have any of the scarring on the head, while this one does still have the scarring on the head. So this has got to be after the back to tank. The Tatooine one should be after some of the back to tank, so because he still has scarring across his head, while the Tatooine one does not. That is interesting. That is very interesting. I'm digging that quite a bit. Quite a bit. So I guess you could say it's not an exact clone of it. That was bad. I apologize. But overall, I'm super happy that I was able to pick this guy up from Target. See how easy it is. His rifle never seems really easy to get into his hands. Oh no, and Hasbro did it again. The rifle is super soft, super rubbery. So I don't know how easy this is going to be to get into his hand, because it feels like the gun's just going to fold before. Oh, but his hands are super soft and rubbery too. Take a look at that. So get that trigger finger in place. And just like that, we have a menacing Boba Fett. Oh yeah, his hands are super soft. Super soft hands, so it's not wanting to hold that blaster right there very well. That's kind of a bummer, actually, for me. But I'll have to figure that out. Overall, I'm really digging a lot of these new Boba Fett figures that they're coming out with. And right there, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and say thank you for watching.